Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Zisel Naysa, and I am a dancer. Well, dance has been a big part of my life, not just as a hobby, but as something that has shaped how I express myself, how I think, and how I push my limits. Through my experiences on stage, in rehearsals, and even through injuries, I've come to see dance in a very different way, and that's what I want to share with you today. So, let me take you into a moment that I know very well. Imagine yourself stepping onto a stage. Well, the lights are blinding, your heart is racing, and every movement you make tells a story without saying any single word. I've been in that position myself, and in those moments, I realized something important. Dance is not just about looking graceful, it's about thinking, feeling, and pushing your body beyond its limits. So, today, I want to ask you, is dance just an art, or is it something more? Well, dance is actually an art, and it is often seen as an art form, but it goes deeper than choreography and technique. For me, dance has always been a way to express emotions that I couldn't fully put into words. There were times when I felt overwhelmed, and instead of trying to explain how I felt, I danced. Every movement became a reflection of my emotions, whether it was confidence, frustration, or joy. And that what makes dance so powerful is that no two people can perform the same piece in exactly the same way. Each dancer brings their own personality, their own experiences, their own story, and dance becomes a language, one that speaks through the body instead of the voice. But here's where it gets interesting. Dance is not just emotional, it is also intensely mental, and this is where I define dance as something more. Dance is a thought sport. A thought sport is an activity that demands both physical movement and continuous mental processing at the same time. I remember learning a particularly difficult choreography where every beat mattered. Missing one count didn't just affect me, but it affected the entire group. In that moment, well, I wasn't just dancing. I was um, counting beats in my head. I was remembering sequences and even adjusting my timing in real time. And at the same time, I had to stay aware of my spacing, the music, and the people around me. That's a lot to process actually while moving your body continuously. Unlike many activities where you can pause and think, in dance, thinking and moving happen simultaneously. You don't get to stop. That's why dance is a thought sport. It challenges your brain and your body at the same time, requiring focus, memory, awareness, and quick decision making. Now let's talk about the physical side. Dance is demanding more than most people expect. There were rehearsals where I felt completely exhausted, breathing heavily, and muscles burning, and yet I still had to push through one more run. Styles like hip hop, contemporary, and ballet require strength, endurance, flexibility, and a single performance can raise your heart rate just like running or any intense workout. It's basically a high performance cardio. So, while dance may look effortless on stage, behind that performance are hours of training, repetition, and physical strain. Again, this is what makes dance a thought sport. You're not just moving, you're thinking, you're controlling, you're enduring all at once. But just like any sport, dance comes with risk. And I've experienced this personality. I once had an ankle injury that made even basic movements painful. Something as simple as stepping or turning became difficult. Later, I also dealt with a knee muscle injury that forced me to slow down and rethink how I train. Those moments were very frustrating because as a dancer, you always want to improve, you want to keep going, but your body sometimes tells you to stop. And that's when I realized something important. Dancers are athletes. Injuries are not a sign of weakness. They are proof of how physically demanding dance really is. Recovery requires patience, discipline, and resilience. And in many ways, recovering from injury is also part of the thought sport because it challenges your mindset just as much as your body. Dance is not just a patient. It's not just a dance is not just a passion. It can also open real opportunities. I once had the chance to perform at an event for a sponsor, and that experience changed my perspective completely. It wasn't just about dancing anymore, it was about being professional, taking responsibility, and representing something bigger than myself. It made me realize that dance can go beyond the stage. Today, dancers can build careers through performances and competitions, teaching and choreography, social media and content creation, or commercial work like music videos or advertisements. With dedication and creativity, dance can become both a passion and a profession. So, is dance just an art? Well, from my experience, it's so much more. It's the emotion you express when words aren't enough. It's the mental focus required to stay in sync. It's the physical strength needed to push through exhaustion. And sometimes it is the resilience to come back stronger after an injury. Dance is art, dance is sport, and dance is a thought sport. And the next time you watch someone dance, remember, you're not just seeing movement, you're witnessing a story, a struggle, and a strength all in motion. Thank you.